Yes, a very, very, very good afternoon to everyone. This is Raj, yes, on the Woman Podcast live here in the UK. We are heading on 15:08. This is 3:08 p.m. And how is everyone back after quite a while for different reasons? Hope you guys are all doing fantastic, having a fantastic weekend. And I hope it's been nice and steady, warm in the UK. We are having a nice heat wave. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm in the balance. I think it's good. But yes, drink a lot of water, take care of yourselves, and make sure you do not get dehydrated. Yes, as you know, if you're the first time you're viewing this, it's the Woman Podcast where we empower women by providing them a platform to make themselves get into the areas. We focus mainly on music and writing. So these are the two main areas we are working on at the moment. That's music and writing. So if you are a musician, if you're a writer, get in touch with us at which email address. Come on, you guys know what email address we are talking about. We are talking about Talent Spotlight 309 at gmail.com. That's Talent Spotlight 309 at gmail.com. Now, there are many artists which have contacted me, and I need to get back to them today and tomorrow for some live interviews. One specifically in Australia who was moving and she couldn't appear on the podcast, but she will be appearing on the podcast channel very, very soon. We will reveal details of upcoming artists this week here on the Woman Podcast. You need to be subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, come on, guys, get on with it. Subscribe. Click on so you can get the notifications when we go live and when our videos are uploaded. If you want to sponsor the podcast channel, get in touch, transpotlight309 at gmail.com. And if you want to co-present, same email address as well. We will obviously include our social media channels as well about that. As you notice, the new intro, and we've got a new outro as well, and among other things. Lots of things happening here on the Woman Podcast. So here are the top headlines. This is the Woman Podcast news. Breaking news of the week. And what is the breaking news? Come on, we can't do that without some music. Let's put some music on. So the top 3 news of the week so far. You're saying the women news of the week is as follows. Pose Andrew Tate TikTok videos pose a very real threat to women. What is that all about? We will be revealing. A year of Taliban takeover has happened now. So it's been 1 year of the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan. What's the situation about the missing women in Afghan workforce? We will be revealing that. Also, Grace Milan's family awarded for supporting women's refugees. We know what happened there. Obviously, you guys know, you're well aware what happened on there regarding what happened to Grace Milan's unfortunate demise and what happened. We will be revealing that. This is the Woman Podcast. So let's start it off with the first news. Which is about the TikTok, about the whole Andrew Tate. He's very, very controversial guy on TikTok. And we will tell you the reason why he is controversial. Now, this is reviewed by metro.co.uk. You must have heard of them. Metro, as well as the Metro paper. Now, this was revealed, article courtesy of Nicola Thorpe. She's a broadcaster and writer, very talented broadcaster and writer. And so what basically is he's a former kickboxer, ex Big Brother contestant, and current D head, whose misogynistic views have brought him online infamy. In recent weeks, he has become something of a main character on TikTok, or rather the main villain, as his videos have racked up over 11.6 billion views. Now, if you imagine 1 million views, and that's a lot, and that's not even what we get, or more channels get, rather. But 11.6 billion views is amazing, but it's controversial. Now, this week, TikTok has faced a litany of calls to remove the self-proclaimed alpha male from the social media platform, with campaigners describing his content as dangerous, damaging, and highly disturbing. Now, why? Let's further go on. He acts like your typical self-appointed life coach, bro, that the internet has been breeding over the past decade or so. He claims to be wealthy. He says he can make you wealthy. Takes a lot of photos with very expensive cars, yet I've only ever seen him wear the same one pair of sunglasses. But what sets Andrew Tate apart from other lifestyle coaches in the worst possible way is his outspoken, hateful attitude towards women. I hate that I'm writing about him. I wish he would simply disappear. Many may argue that by highlighting the existence of people like him, we give them oxygen, but I'm not here to platform him. Instead, I wish to give him a platform to those who are speaking out against it and the rape culture that he perpetuates. Tate has described women as a man's property while speaking about rape survivors, and said, if you put yourself in a position to be raped, you must bear some responsibility. As an American Brit now living in Romania, he claimed in a now deleted YouTube video that his move to Eastern Europe was probably 40% due to his claim, and that it's easy to get away with rape in that part of the world. I'm not a rapist, he added, but I like the idea of just being able to do what I want. I like being free. These comments seem to be like that he operates under the assumption that women are more game pieces in a man's quest for freedom. We know that men in the world who think and speak like this, men who talk in small circles of equally depraved friends, men whose platform is as large as the surface area of the pub table as which they sit. But Tate has 4.4 billion followers on Instagram, many of whom will be young men whose exposure to such vitriol and hate could lead to real-world violence. Followers who may wish to emulate the lifestyle of influencer who literally teaches courses on how to make money and sleep with women, who, while claiming to be free the modern from socially induced incarceration. And over to the next news. We continue with this, but we are going to go to the next news. Let's not give him more time than he deserves. He doesn't deserve any time, but we need to mention this. So 1 year of the Taliban rule, we know what kind of disaster is happening in Afghanistan, and the hatred towards the opposite gender by the Taliban. You know that we've had special programs regarding that. We're going to have many special programs regarding the Afghanistan women's situation coming up in the next few weeks. Stay tuned for that. We're going to have a special program regarding this. Now, as reported by AlJazeera.com, a year of Taliban takeover the missing women in Afghan workforce. While the new regime has not directly fired female government employees, it has restricted women from entering the workplaces. Obviously reported by Ruchi Kumar and Zohal Aad. It has been a year since 43-year-old Masood Samar, a senior official at an Afghanistan ministry, stepped into an office on August the 15th last year. She rose home early from work to be with the family after hearing that the then Afghan president has fled the country, paving the way for the Taliban to seize capital Kabul. I feel so insulted why the new regime has not directly fired female government employees such as Samar. It has restricted women from entering the workplaces. Significantly reduced salary to stay at home. How many working in Afghanistan woman told Al Jazeera. We went back several times in the last 1 year to appeal for the job. We decided to wait at the gates of the ministry for days at end, waiting to get hold of the new minister to convince him to change the decision, but the Taliban guards would send us away. Samar told Al Jazeera. Samar has been withdrawing her meager salary regularly due to financial pressures on her family, but she feels humiliated. Each time I go to the bank, I wipe my tears first because I feel so insulted to take that amount that I don't even have the right to work and earn. I feel like a beggar, she said. Then last month, I received a call from the Human Resource Department asking me to introduce a male family member to take my family. The HR person said the workload has increased due to the lack of female staff. They wanted to hire men to replace us, she said. And over to the third news, Grace Miller family awarded for supporting the women's refugees. The family of British backpacker who was unfortunately murdered in New Zealand has been given an award for the campaign supporting domestic abuse victims. The Love Grace X campaign provides handbags filled with essential and luxury items to domestic abuse refugees. It was set up by the family of 22-year-old Grace Milan from Wickford in Essex, who was killed in 2018. Her mother, Gillian Milan, said she was honored to get a Point of Light award from the British Prime Minister. In 2020, Jesse Kempsey was jailed for a minimum of 17 years for the murder of Grace in Graceland. In 2019, her family set up the campaign and asked people to donate handbags. Grace's cousin, Hannah O'Callaghan, said they wanted to give her a legacy as well as 20,000 of handbags filled with items for women's refugees worldwide. The campaign also donated hundreds of care packages to NHS workers, patients, and carriers during the pandemic. The family were notified of the award in 2020, but were then invited to a garden party at 10 Downing Street, London on Tuesday to celebrate. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said domestic abuse, this is as per reporting BBC.co.uk, domestic abuse is a horrible crime that shatters families and transforms into prison as women flee the horrendous circumstances. Your bags filled with toiletries, all the essentials may be their only possession. Your help for other women is a wonderful tribute to Grace. Grace and Brother and Cousin said we have been raising money for the White Ribbons charity to raise awareness of male violence towards women. We had no idea of the scale of the issue. We wanted to create a legacy in Grace's memory, directly help women who have been affected by domestic abuse to turn our negative into a positive. And if we help just one woman, then we have achieved. And our hearts go out to Grace Milan family, and I hope they stay strong and the work they've done for helping women against this violence from the satisfaction of the men which have done it, which are doing it, is a credit to their spirit, credit to the strength of the family. We support them and we are with them in these difficult times. Our hearts are with them. Hearts and prayers are with them, and I hope they continue this great work they're doing. And it's absolutely amazing what they're doing. Credit to them. Credit to the strength of the family. And she did not deserve that. Grace Milan did not deserve that. Wonderful person, and we wish the family strength and wish them success in the continued work which they're doing in supporting women. This is the Woman Podcast. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to get in touch with us on our outro, there will be our social media, Twitter and Facebook details. Get in touch with us, like I said, and you can, if you want to book any singing, you can get in touch, contact at musiclass.com. Thank you very much for watching. This is it today from the One Podcast. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Keep safe, please. Even if there's no COVID protocols, still stay safe. Keep the distance. Wear the face mask where necessary. Where you feel you need to wear them. And be careful, because COVID, it hasn't gone away. It's still with us. Look after each other. And I will be back tomorrow with another program and details about, hopefully, artist interviews coming up. This is the Woman Podcast, empowering women with programs and live interviews coming up. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you with this. This is Raj from the Woman Podcast.